What we saying, boys? What is this?
Hello traders, we are happy to
Hello traders, we are happy to
announce
give to you the group. Oh shit, I forgot I'm suspended on the MMFX account, and oh shit. Sweet. Should be pattern for a live now. You send the link in, and then we'll go live. Come on, bro. Yeah, everyone, let me know what everyone's looking at on the charts. My phone is double laggy today. Bruv, come on now. Yeah, let me know what we're looking at. My phone's so laggy this morning, not a joke. An actual joke, to be fair. Everyone double tap. Everyone like the stream, boys. Everyone like the stream. Everyone double tap the stream, boys. What we saying, boys? Morning. Yeah, morning thinker. What you saying, Matty? What we saying? Morning, Jim. How you doing, mate? Morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Wait. Sure, I changed the point on GU. No sound still. Is there still no sound on here? What about now? There we go. Fucking hell, that's better. There is sound. Oh, fuck's sake, I just messed with the settings. I can't lie, I don't know what I've done. Just had to mess with the settings. Someone told me that the volume weren't on. The markets ain't looking the worst in the world. Tell you what, I'm getting a bit of lag though. Bear with me this morning, boys, cause yeah, Virgin Media. By the way, if you're thinking of going with them, just literally just think again. Just think again. That's all I can say. All I can say. Why is it always the big companies as well that's just shit as well? Someone answer me that. Why is it always the big companies that are shit? Literal shit. I'm really not liking these markets, man. I really don't like what's going on. I'm really not liking them, to be honest, boys. This pattern's sweet. That's working, sweet. Yeah, morning everyone. We got sound, sweet. It's lagging a bit. We saying everyone on TikTok as well. Yeah, I'm lagging like really badly, so I apologise. Yeah, I'm just not liking these markets, to be honest, boys. I'm just really not liking them. I just think it's a bit premature. Order block's not great. I mean, it's in a discount. I'm not gonna lie, it's such an awkward one. This such an awkward one. Wouldn't say it's an optimal day, for sure not an optimal day. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm looking at buys, but it is just. GU doesn't look too bad. EU though, haven't really came into anything significant on EU. I know we've had that 4-hour CRT now. What are you saying, Josh? Got fair play. What are you saying, Sesame? Morning, El Slappo. Think it's the same, not looking good, bruv. Charts dodgy, yeah, that's it. It's just not lining up that well. I mean, it's alright. Stuff we're seeing is alright. But it's just in terms of the leg, like for example, this leg as well. It's not even in the premium. I know some people probably say, well, this is a leg in and of itself, which fair enough, but yeah, the thing is, we don't really have any 15 other than this, which we're just waiting for right now. Because the reason we're waiting for this is we've obviously got this order block. Sorry, that we've tapped into. So we want to see if we continue up or we do just continue down. Bear in mind, we are seeing this is normal order flow, bear in mind. This level on GU is fine, this order block's fine. It's just annoying that EU hasn't really tapped into anything. We didn't really take New York high either. I mean, technically we did, but we just, like, it was literally by... just not really enough in my opinion. I mean, we did take it, so I'll put that level on there regardless, but... just bearing that in mind. Bearing that in mind. So we're looking at DXY a lot as well. What you saying, MH? How you doing, bro? Everyone double tap the screen. What do you think of GJ? I'll have a look at GJ in a minute, boys. Let's just do these solid pairs first. The DXY looks nice. Again, we don't have any imbalance up here though on the 15. nor really the 10, to be honest. On the 5, I think we should. We've got some on the Again, this is what I'm not really liking. There's not really one big bit of fair value gap all the way along, but I mean we've got this 5 minutes, so we'll mark out this 5 minute. GU as well. We've got our order block. We've got our imbalance, so we're just gonna wait and see what happens. Apologies for the lag, boys. I hear you very slowly. What do you mean, bro? Took shorts on EU off that 5 minute FEG already 1-2. Nice. What time does Asia session end? For us, it's 7 AM. We stop considering it to be the Asia session. Come on. Yeah, so we want this to invert, obviously, to confirm that the order flow is switched. We are in one of my order blocks as well for GU, so I want to make sure that we definitely are coming down and it's not going to be the start of an overall reversal. So these moments are going to be important. The way the candle's moving right now is pretty nice. So we've just got that 15 minute to invert for GU. We've got that 5 minute to invert. Sorry, to be fair, EU's actually taken everything. Every inversion is taken. Please, YouTube, brother. My YouTube is Richet Effects, bro. I'm live on there right now. About a bust. Wow. BE set. Nice. Oh, come on, man. This is not really on, to be fair. Not really on this type of lag, is it? Considering I'm actually trying to trade. Morning, Jack. What you saying, bro? Jesus, man. This lag is borderline unbearable, boys. I'm not gonna lie. I can't be waiting this long in between charts. You're just gonna miss stuff. So I'm gonna pattern this Wi-Fi. So yeah, this is our 4 hour high and low. We'll leave this out for now because we know where it is. We've got this CRT, this 8 hour CRT on EU, which I still want to be completed. See this candle here, took out the high, so I want to go move down into the low. GU, I don't think we saw the same thing, but we probably did see something. Let's have a look. So yeah, GU, you can see, was this candle really that we're talking about, but obviously that's been way broke past now. So it does tell us that it should be completed though. Have we had a change of character then on this? When we came into the order block. Definitely came into the order block there. We do want to change your character though, ideally. You are going to be waiting for a bit longer, but I just think it's necessary right now, especially in this market that we're looking at. So really all our eyes are on the lower time frame. We want to see what happens. Is price going to go for another grab? Is it going to continue? What's it going to do? I can see us potentially just continuing for one more leg. It's not even when I change chart either. Even when I change time frame, do you know what I mean? It's just stick to our time frame only today. There's a battle between daily and 4 hour. Fair enough. Yeah, this lag is unbearable. I'm not gonna lie, chat. I'm gonna stop going on about it now, but just so you lot know, I do notice it as well. I think we could definitely come for another grab though, 100%. 100%. Where you been, bro? What do you mean? Any lower time frame trade opportunities, you'll be chopped out, everyone. Well, not really. I mean, one person's selling, the other person's buying. One of them's going to do well, but I mean, yeah, it's always good to go with your higher time frame. It doesn't mean you can't not trade today. Wouldn't even trade today. Very low, no news, very low probability. Fair play. But I don't really let news dictate whether I trade or not. especially where we trade the London session. The New York session's really not the most important to us. It's more important what happened yesterday's New York session that we're reacting off of. That's more what we're worried about. So for example, the New York distribution yesterday was this move here. So we want to see our price reacts when coming into this, and we're obviously coming into the order block of it now. So we'll see if we mean to continue or if we want to just continue down. It's a pretty key point right now for the DXY. So this 2-hour imbalance is literally the exact same as this 15-minute order block, which is why I've gone with this 15-minute order block, because we've tapped into it as well. Would want it to come a little bit deeper in, but that's fair. And then yeah, GU's tapped into this 15-minute order block as well. And EU hasn't tapped into the order block I'd want it to tap into, but we do have this CRT on the higher time frame, and we have taken the New York high. So I can potentially see just all of this right here as being internal liquidity and manipulation, and then that was our final manipulation for the move down. As you can see, we did have a lot of internal sweeps. We swept this internal low and we swept this internal high. So got a few things confirming it to us. We just want to wait to see how we react to the lower. Imagine G didn't tap me in. Oh, that's so peak. Where did you have your limit? Can still be waiting though, to be fair. It's not the end of the world. I mean, I know we did actually invert this, so really you could get in off the inversion of that here. So yeah, I don't know if anyone did get in on that inversion there. But that has been mitigated. If we can drop off that, it will show nice order flow flipping, to be fair. I would either trade GU or gold. They will be clean pairs today. Only 4-hour time frame above, or just 4 hour. Do you use 3-hour CRT? No, bro, I don't. What's our flash goal? 16 gifters send hat and mustache to your live. Wait, what? 16 gifters send hat and mustache to your live in 15 minutes. Bro, who do you think are watching me? I'll try TikTok, but I think maybe once we win a trade, I think that's when the hats and moustaches will start coming through. So I got in on the inversion for shorts. Nice. Nice. Let's move that there. G looking like it's going to invert. We're having another try this order block right here. Looks like we're about to get that inversion, which is nice. Appreciate the gift. Look at me. Look at me. Nice 2-to-1 there, to be fair. Why on earth would I want a middle line to be purple of all colours? And let's have a look at EU now. Nice. EU looking like it's gonna change character as well. DXY also coming into this 5 minute. We want obviously a close above for the DXY. Nice though, yeah, that's our change of character as well. Obviously fully filled this imbalance, but hopefully that's not obviously the only draw. Two secs, chat. Give me 2 secs. By the way, yeah, we are live on YouTube as well. Give me 2 secs. We are live on YouTube as well if you want to come see the full screen and see me. Give me 2 secs, boys. What we saying, YouTube? Who's getting in on this one? Yeah, let me know who's getting in on this one, boys, and who's not. The ETO re-entries already entered earlier, nice. EU is still respecting 4-hour CRT yesterday. That's why I took the shorts as Asia High was swept. Yeah, I agree. And wait, Luke D, I can only see your first comment because they. Oh yeah, the big companies. Yeah. Because they can lose a few thousand customers and not give a crap and drown your barrel reviews. Yeah, no, it's so true, bro. It's with the big companies, they know they just can't fail. It's so annoying. They just know for a fact. You're gonna really have to still use them. They're so big. Waiting to get tapped in. Fair play. Watermark. Oh yeah, let me turn the watermark on, boys, real quick. Gonna wait for a retracement lower time frame. Fair play. If I missed any comments, just ask them again, boys. I'm not ignoring anyone. The indicator is our own indicator we made for our members with Chess FX. So if you want that indicator, you can go in the Discord. Marks out everything you need. Would it be worth targeting prior day low? Yeah. I mean, we should break through out of this leg. So if that's what you want to target. Let me know any other pairs you want me to have a look at, boys. Nice. Had a nice change of character. You can see that EU tap in with that order flow. Tap in that 15-minute inversion. Lovely. So now it's just about building a lower time frame entry for this. So you want to make sure you're getting in. And make sure you're getting in at the premium. So personally, I'd go with this order block here if you're waiting for EU. You'd be hoping for a little bit of an inducement, which is fair enough. I mean, it's unlikely this is going to come back now, I'll be honest. Your most likely entry, it's obviously not your most optimal, just your most likely, is going to be this order block here, obviously. With that order block there, so let's see what the RR would be like off that. It's probably not going to be ideal. I mean, yeah, I mean, we've got the CRT low to aim for, so to be fair, for EU, we can aim for a lot more. 85 pips is a lot, but I think the Pride low's got more draw on EU than GU. Oh yeah, we'll see if it runs. I think a lot of people would have got enough the inversion. This GU is not going to tap in, man, I can just tell. I can tell from a million miles away this isn't going to tap in. We did have a signal for this as well in the signal group that was just cooking now, boys, trust me. We did have a signal for this that was, I think, just about missed. Just about. Yeah, this is where he was. 70. Yeah, so we just about missed. Oh man, this is so annoying. I literally hate this stuff. I can't think of anything worse as a trader to be watching than a position running against you without you. This is worse than losing a trade for sure. Stuff like this. Obviously, you've got to keep a stable head. You can't lose your head when you just get missed out. But over 2% up on that signal. Mine one, yeah, I don't know if it tapped in. This is the only thing. It might have on a different broker. Hopefully we did on a different broker. But the one I'm looking at now, Sam, we haven't tapped in. Let's have a look on Amanda. Mujad, go away. But yeah, I think we did tap in on. To be fair, Awanda and TVC are very different recently, or is that Forex or FXCM? FXCM and Awanda are very. Mate, go away. I'm not going to accept this guy to tell him to go away. Stop inviting me to go live. Stop inviting me to go live. I'm not battling you. Go away. Harassing me, brother, on TikTok every 2 minutes. You know what I mean though, chat? Just like, leave it alone. What are you even doing? And I know you're Indian, so there's probably not that many ways to make money, but your whole family's probably out of the market, out on a construction site or something, and you're sitting on TikTok live. Like, not even doing anything either, not even begging for gifts or anything, just sitting there with your head on the screen. What are you saying, Adrian? How you doing, bro? Yeah, this was, let me go on this GU, because for some reason, the brokers are completely and utterly different. This one's saying, I mean, I'm not sure if we would have tapped in. Chat, let me know. You're going to have to let me know if you guys got tapped in or not. Hopefully you did. 34. Yeah, chat, you're going to have to tell me if you did get tapped in. Yeah, we'll look at this one for a sec. Just so we can... I do still think we can come up for another grab though, chat. I'm not going to lie. Just because... Yeah, I mean, I hope we don't, obviously, but I just can't see it happening. I just can't see us coming up for another grab. We'll see anyway. We're at this order block now. Depending on account, might not have entered you. To be fair, spread should have entered you in, because they definitely would have taken you out if it was this close. So, spreads really should have tapped you in. Boys, double tap the screen. He's coming back on his boat. Wow. He'll still get an entry. Yeah, I hope we do missed entry as well. Just missed. I think some people's in, some people's not. What we saying? Did you prefer GU over EU? Yeah, I did really. Well, I didn't prefer either, to be fair. There was one thing I had for each, which I liked. The one thing we had for, well, to be fair, GU's just standard, right? GU, we had our order block, which was decent. We had our external low. So we had something I liked, basically. Whereas EU, it had something I liked more and something I liked less. The thing I liked more is we had this 8-hour CRT. So obviously, sweeping this high should come down into this candle low, right? After taking that big, bulky candle, should come down into the low. But then, when we look at the 15, it didn't come into my order block. You can see it didn't actually come into the place I wanted it to come into. So it was a bit of a one where you just draw on a line and sort of hope that that was what was taken. We hope it's that New York session liquidity, but I don't know if it will be. What about DXY 4 hour? Let's have a look. I mean, DXY 4 hour order block we've came into. This order block here. This is what we've tapped into. I do think we're going to continue up to this point before we get big sells. So this Thursday order block is the same point I'm wanting to hit. And this is the same for EU as well. GU is a bit uncorrelated. Well, it is uncorrelated, but that is the bit. Also about to get CRT bullish closure on the DXY with a low being swept. We've got 9 minutes left of the close of the 4 hour on DXY. And then obviously we had this, pretty much we had the same thing yesterday as well. If you look at that, at the CRT low, we tapped into our order block, made the CRT low, and we should come up to the high. So we should just continue now in that same direction. You can see DXY coming down a bit just to mitigate this point. We might retrace into 5 min. Yeah, hopefully we do. What are you on? It says down there, bro. This is the DXY right now. I want EU when hourly close below. I went with EU, fair play. Hourly close below the 1 hour FEG. Yeah, nice. To be fair, yeah, we haven't had that yet. Yeah, we haven't had that yet, but it looks like it's about to happen. Should really happen unless we retrace up about 7 pips in 7 minutes to the upside. Hopefully we don't do that. Anyone else's trading view not letting draw? It might just be lag, bro. Sometimes it lags and does that, and then the drawings will just come up. Don't you think on EU, brother, we can still go long considering on the 1 hour we moved off the bullish OTE? On EU, can we still be bullish? Let's have a look. I mean, we are bullish on it, but just not right now. So the thing is, I get that we are at some people consider it a decent point to be looking at buys, but there's no POIs, right? There's nothing. There's no POIs for us to be targeting. We have a clear POI being this daily order block. This is our POI, plain and simple. Been happening for a week now, mate. Have no clue on how to fix it. Get in the Discord and send me a message, boys. Lads, if it comes back up, don't say I didn't warn you. Lower time frame will clock. I'll be honest, bro. No one's really. I think everyone's really going off their own mind. You should listen to what the comments say, chat. I'll be honest. I mean, it's good that you man are helping each other. But just because someone says buy doesn't mean you should buy. Always trust your own instincts. Obviously, it's good that you lot helping, as I said, but don't let someone's confidence distract you from your well, what you thought was going to happen. So yeah, that daily order block's what we want to hit, and I can just see us moving lower. We got this CRT low just floating. Look at this, just floating low, man. It's just floating there, ready to be swiped. You just know it wants to be swiped. You just look at it, just begging almost. I think it's wonky as well. It needs to be adjusted. It does. Just looking to be swept. You're right, mate. But too many obstacles today. Better sit on your hands, right? I mean, if that's what you think, bro. If that's what you think. For me, it's looking. I've got my directional bias still the same, and what you got to bear in mind for me is we trade the London session, so we're looking at manipulation. We're not necessarily looking at the big distribution move. We're more just looking at the London move. How are we going to open? Bear in mind, London reacts off Asia and New York. That's mainly how it moves. That's mainly what we move based on. So bear that in mind. Let's get rid of this order block because it doesn't look like we're actually going to tap into it right now. I can't see many reasons to buy. G could be coming back up to that point. We are in this order block now. I do want to see how we react after being in this order block. Entry on G for shorts right now. Yeah, I mean I think we're all looking at similar things right now, which can be dangerous because like if we're all looking for shorts, then we all know if he's looking for longs. Must be someone. And if retail's not looking for longs, then we know who is. We've got to be careful. Boys, W YouTube stream. There's about 70 man in here. We've got about 120 on TikTok. Everyone drop a like on the stream, boys, if you want me to continue doing these streams, boys. If it's helping you out, let me know in the chat. Re-entry on a 5-minute IFEG as I missed the first entry. I think as well, by the way, boys, we're the only stream that actually properly analyzes the market, right? Like we actually properly, you can come onto this stream during the London session and know that you're going to get some decent chart analysis. It's not going to be some geezer sitting there talking about his amazing strategy for 2-3 hours. We're actually going to do a deep dive on the market and look for positions, which is why I think a lot of people tune in. GJ, is anyone else looking at GJ? I got tapped into my sell limit on GU 5-minute FEG after changing character target in Asia low. Lovely. 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 Okay, respect for live trading. No worries, Alchemy. Don't worry, Alchemy, gonna buy for us, ain't ya? Lovely work, brother. Appreciate that, Oms. Did you get into shorts? I mean, if you're in the Discord, you'd know, boys. You would know what we're in if you're in the Discord, so make sure you're getting in there, boys. By the way, we are affiliated with ACG, Alpha Capital Group, one of the best prop firms out there. So if you do want an account with them, just let me know and I can get you hooked up with an account with a discount code, and I'll also give you a free mentorship for a bit just to help you along the way. Why not target the hourly external low? This is the hourly external low, bro. This is. Yeah, this is the other GU. So, I mean, this one's, I mean, obviously running a lot nicer, but it's a weird one because because the brokers are very different. So I don't know if people would have got tapped in if it was really, really close. I'm trying to see what Macy's actual candle entry would have been. I think it was this. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hard to tell. I think it might have been this which tapped into the T really, or was it not? Or was it some kind of imbalance here? Don't know. Was it this? If I'm honest, I'm not really actually too sure what Mace used for his entry. I think it actually might have been this 1 minute imbalance. Yeah, it must have been. So really, I mean, we should have tapped in. It should have really tapped in. Just depends on your broker, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, we clearly tapped the 0.5% there. straight past that order block. EU moving lovely. Bear in mind, boys, we are in EU and GU right now. I know you may not realise it. Okay, where's everything gone for EU? Yeah, see, this is what I mean. Yeah, see, it's just lagging. Let me quickly get rid of this on EU so I can show you the position that we are still actually in from yesterday. So it was a pretty nice position. I'll draw it on the chart so you lot can see. But yeah, that's 2 trades we've had so far this week and 2 that are doing very, very nicely. Nice, I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat saying they're in. Is it not confusing for your members using 2 different strategies by 2 people? No, not at all, bro, because it's exactly what we teach our members. And this is a good point you've made, to be fair, MS. This is exactly why what we teach is perfect. Because we don't necessarily teach you one carbon copy way to trade. We give you all the materials and all the tools you need to be profitable yourself. We teach you all the strategies that we have. We teach you all the concepts we have. So CRT, time-based liquidity, inversions, everything you see here, quarterly theory, AMD, everything you see here is something we taught. And it just shows, sometimes Mace will see the market, take one trade, I'll see the market in a different way and won't take a trade, for example. So me and Mace trade the exact same concepts, teach the exact same concepts, but trade a little bit differently sometimes, but yet we're still both profitable. So that just shows exactly how you should be doing as well. Watch all our videos, watch my strategy, watch our strategies, watch how we teach, everything like that. Watch our case studies, see what we've done. But that doesn't mean you've got to carbon copy it. You've got all the tools in your arsenal, which is the main thing me and Mace are trying to give you. And then you're just going to be able to see the market. Trust me, when you see the market through the lens of me and Mace, it'll just be a lot easier to trade. It'll be a lot easier, and that's what I'm saying about same strategy, different, as Stu said, there's different personalities, different psychology, things like that. The main thing is you've got good risk management and you're confident in your trades, and obviously you're trading the way we trade, which most people are. Where was the entry? We actually got a really nice premium entry on this, to be fair. It was just above that 1,000, I think. I think it was here. SL was 5.6. So sorry, but I'm drawing this on just so people can know what we're still in. So yeah, we're still in this from yesterday, which is obviously a bit more of a higher time frame position. And then also got them GU shorts, which are running nicely. Spice Girls all sing the same song in a different way. Jeez, dude, that was quality. That was. I've got to say, I love an analogy, and that is a great analogy if I've ever seen one. And if you look, boys, if you actually look deep and closely in the market, you'll see. Actually, I'll just show you. So GU today, for example, what was I telling you yesterday? Asia high swept. What are we targeting? Asia low, right? So we're seeing the market through different lenses. We're seeing the intricacies maybe a little bit different, but the things we're looking for stay the same, right? High swept, we should move down into the low. Let's look at my EU trade yesterday that we sent in. Look at the, wait for the things to load. Right, so we've got the Asia high there. You can see Asia high was swept, so down into the Asia low. So that was actually our first TP level. So I mean, there you go. Not our first. We're not one of them people that goes TP1, TP2, TP3. Your DMG on IG about short from heading. Sweet, bro. I'll reply after. But yeah, this would be your first level to really close, and then if you wanted to hold a runner, it'd be to this point down here. But yeah, again, so Asia high swept down into Asia low. Same with GU today, completely different day, the same thing. Asia high swept, and then let me actually swap these GUs for now, because just actually wait, let me. Yeah. Same thing, you can see. 5:16 to 5:40 a.m. pivot point. I'll have a look in a minute, bro. Good luck switching over to NAS. Fair play. How do you get the colour section on TradingView? It's an indicator we made for our members, bro. So just go in the Discord, ask in the free chat for it, and yeah, I've got that. It's just an indicator for you that we... Just helps you trade our strategy a bit. It makes the market become a lot clearer. Oh, sorry, I missed some YouTube comments. 2 secs. Momentum looking beautiful for high time frame longs. Yeah, no, Adrian, I agree. On that daily time frame, we are looking for longs. So these are all reversal trades. Today and yesterday have really been reversal trades, bear in mind. This is banging though. 0 drawdown. Price tapped me out by not even a pip before melting. Yeah, if you're talking about EU or GU, you always want to wait for the manipulation move. So I don't want to be like the bearer of bad news and be like, oh, like try and shit on your party. But the reason you got stopped out is for a crucial reason. When this Asia session accumulates, we always want to wait for the London to take out the high or low before we get in. Always. Time-based liquidity, especially for Asia session, is the most high probability liquidity to get swept. Remember, Asia, London, New York. Asia session accumulates, moves sideways. London session will manipulate, so take out the high and take out the low. The New York session will have the big distribution move, the big move of the day. So each session has its own individual way it moves. So once you know that about the Asia session and this about the London session, you can start catching some really nice trades and avoid all that news and rubbish that happens during New York. So here, for example, all you have to do is just wait a little bit for that high to be swept, get your confirmation as we did, and then boom. So I mean, yeah, you did 90% of the things right, but it's always important that you have your, you know about time basically. Time's a very important thing. Marked out that POI from Saturday. Yeah, me too. Can you use Alpha FX in the US? Yes, I believe you can, mate. I'm 90% sure you can. I'll double check though if you want to send me a message. Who else got in that EU short off the 10 mim? Nice, Cam. Nice, running nicely. Did you look at SPY? No, not yet. If you want me to look at that, I can look at that. Oh yeah, I was going to look at GJ. Sorry, VGOC. By the way, boys, if you're wondering what I'm reading, we are live on YouTube as well, so I'm reading both chats right now. Richess effects if you want to tune in. I've got FaZe come on, so if you want to have a bash over my face, okay, I don't know why on earth I said that. Just forget that bit. Just stay on TikTok, guys. No, but if you want to see my full face and full screen, face and full screen, then yeah, YouTube is there. We don't really trade stocks and indices that much. Yeah, exactly. How did you enter GU? I got stopped out on the short, that's why. Did you enter on the lower time frame, and did you take the weekly POI we entered yesterday evening into consideration? What's this for, motto? Is this for I got stopped out on the short, that's why. Oh, you got stopped out on the GU short. Yeah, I'm not sure how you did that. If not, can you look at SPY? Yeah, we'll look at SPY. Let me quickly look at GJ because I know people's trading it right now. Yeah, nice. So you can see last week exactly what we're seeing. Again, really nice so far for how we've been calling the markets. Let's go on the weekly. Obviously, you see last week, well, the week before, exactly what we was looking at is we had obviously this bullish candle. I hate when it does that. Closed like that, right? So when we have a candle where we take out one candle's high and close back within the same candle range, we're looking for sells from the high down to the low. So we obviously wanted this week to sell off down into the low, which is obviously exactly what it did. And now it's looking like that is the general move. So let's get rid of all the other drawings we got on here. A lot of it's old stuff now anyway, so we're going to get rid of all them. And yeah, looking at the weekly, we obviously had that nice strong open to the week where we've opened lower already. Let's mark out where the week actually did open though. It's one of them weird it's one of them weird candles I just realised is bearish, but it's actually bullish. This is the weekly true open, so you're obviously optimal on sells, not weekly true open, but the week open, sorry. So I know we do use the weekly true open, but it's still good. It's still a good premium discount point. especially for the week. I don't really use it too much on the day, but for the week it's nice. Looking at this market, I'd only be looking at sells, to be honest with you. If I'm being honest, I'd only really be looking at sells. I'm not seeing too much in terms of CRT or anything like that. Or the only thing I'm seeing in terms of CRT, obviously, the confidence I've got so far, chat, are bearish overall and bearish close to last week. So I'm looking at sells. We're above where the week opened, so we're looking at sells because it's optimal for that. We've got this candle high, it's been swept, and so we should trade into the candle low, right? If that makes sense to everyone. So really, what I would be hoping to see is a continuation and a sell down to here, and then that will be, I'll be closing. So let's go down onto the 15, see if there's any entries we can see. I'm already seeing this order block from the New York session. I mean, from the Asia session, sorry. Asia session is a bit more significant for JPY, obviously, because the JPY is native to Asia, Japan, obviously. So yeah, it's really a manipulation. If you look at what's being manipulated, we really did manipulate this 12 distribution. Oh, so this distribution from here all the way up to here. So this is what we've seen get manipulated. We've taken out the high, so we want to now come into the low of it. Sorry if it's a bit straighter. Anyone trade USD CHF? I don't personally. GU opening price at 10 looks like it should be hit on the 5 minute. Let me have a look. Yeah, we have taken the Asia low, but I'm not really seeing any confirmations to buy. There's nothing to the left that we've tapped into. Potentially this order block down here is the only thing, but I'd rather us come into the candle low anyway. I do apologise for that, VGOT, because I probably would have stopped you entering if I said that about 5 minutes ago. But pretty sure the same happened last time and the trade won, so it's always better to stick with yourself. And if it's a pair you're trading day in, day out, you probably know it a little bit nicer than me anyway. Yeah, this is GJ we're looking at right now. It does say just down there. I am all of a sudden just got boiling hot. Does anyone else get that? All of a sudden you're just like sweating hot. I get that all the time. It's like you don't think about it. Days. Heat flashes, yeah, that's it. Yen basket has a nice trade for us, so let's see how it moves. Yeah, hopefully you're right, VGOT. Hopefully you get some nice dubs on that funded. Potential re-entry for GU. Yeah, I mean, thing is, the only real re-entry would be off this order block. So re-entries off here. Or off here. Either one of these two. EU 15-minute FEG. Let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at the EU 15-minute FEG. Let me actually get rid of this for a sec because it is making it harder to see. But this is obviously the move we're looking at still. Yeah, nice. It does have a nice fair value gap there. Thing is, we want it to be in the premium. That's the only thing, and that looks like it's in the discount. Yeah, just about in the discount. So really, we want a premium entry. So I'd more be going with this unmitigated wick. Go down on the 5, see what it looks like. Yeah, it looks like a nice candle. So I'd go off that candle. You can see it completed an objective as well. It filled that inversion fair value gap, so it actually did something in the premium. So you can see it all in all, it's a lot better of an entry, in my opinion. UJ, I'll check that in a sec. So annoying. Bro, I always have a good winning streak on my account, then I blow my account. How do you blow? You must be over risking, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You must be over risking. It's the only explanation. I feel like order blocks are the way to go with an entry model instead of FVGs. Yeah, I mean you just use them together, to be fair. But yeah, order blocks recently have been a lot nicer. I've been noticing. I'm in the field of dandelions. Would you be mine? Let me quickly, just for this other GU, mark out what else we're seeing. Just okay. No, we're just gonna leave it. GU, obviously, this is the order block that I've seen us come into on the weekly. We've filled the imbalance, we've tapped into this. So could we be coming for external now? Or are we going to go deeper into the order block? Again, we've filled that 4-hour imbalance pretty nicely. Not completely filled it, but filled it as much as you'd really like to. I'll make this a bit lighter just because it is a big area. In terms of GU re-entries, thinking about it again, I'd rather go with this imbalance, sitting just above that high. That there. Hopefully we can just run to the low though. I don't know why it's moved to... Boys, double tap the screen. Let's get 10k likes in here, boys. Candle that makes the high low needs 7% trad. What do you mean, bro? Sorry, if I missed any comments, boys, just put them in again. I'm not ignoring anyone. They're just coming through. How do I identify order blocks? Yeah, so it's the last candle that goes down before a big move up, or the last candle that goes up before a big move down. So, for example, in this one here, the New York session, we've got to move down, and the last candle that bought up just before we had that big move down, this is our order block. And what we basically want is price to come back into this area where we've already seen sell pressure, and that sell pressure to re-enter the market and take us down to our lows. So that's what we're looking for, and so far that's pretty much what has been happening. We've tapped into it and we've got even more sell pressure, so hopefully that can be a bit prolonged. It's bare funny though, whenever a female comments in the chat, all the chatters will answer them. There's like a million comments, no one's answered, and then as soon as a woman talks, everyone jumps to check EU, bit of a retracement. Yeah, I'll have a look at EU2 sex. Big Zoo, is that actually real Big Zoo? Like the fucking... think of who they're enticing. Oh, I think this entire been selling from yesterday. It looks too obvious for the sell. That's the thing. That's not really a good way of seeing it. You can't just say it's too obvious. This is the Asia session, bro. Mate, you know them people that get... Oh, mate, some people are so unbearable. How do we join your Discord? Someone will drop a link in the chat now, bro. If we respect that weekly order block, we could go up. We could long term from a 1 hour order block. But Trump PA can do anything during these times. Yeah, I mean, he's just a madman, isn't he? He's just a madman, that guy. Sorry, just to confirm the order block, I've been struggling with this. Yeah, so that's the last up candle before we go down. So we had a big sell-off there, and this was the last candle up before the sell-off. So we want it to return back to that area, and then that same sell pressure, we want it to return there. Obviously, you want it to happen at a key time as well. You don't want this to happen. You don't want it to retab at like 3 AM in the morning because no one's going to be involved. You want it to be at a key time. So either London Open around about 8, or New York Open round about 1, ideally. Yes, thank you. Finally understand female trader here. W's in the chat, no worries. Are you making it easy to understand? Appreciate that, bro. That Bear reminded me of that. Who's seen that Xbox 360 message? No, I've got to find this for the chat. I've got to find this so you might know what I'm talking about. This Bear reminded me of this. I've got to show you, man, what I mean. This is it. Oh, this is it. This is it. Hi, a few things to start off with. Yes, one, yes, I added you because you're a female gamer. It's an awesome thing to see. 2, I'm Brian. 3, don't be intimidated, but I'm not your stereotypical guy. If anything, I'll be the one in the kitchen. Oh, that is hilarious. You just imagine the type of bloke that sent that message as well. Oh, it always makes me laugh when I see it. Well, he says it as well, my lady. What per Asia time start and finish? So for us, it finishes at 7, which is when the European Central Bank opens, and starts at 1. Pleasure, dude. No worries. What currency? This is GU. It does say down the bottom right there, Janice. What pair you trade in? Again, same thing for. Tis an awesome thing to see. Yeah, yeah. It's that as well. The tis an awesome thing to see. It's funny. To be fair though, in terms of trading though, you do get loads of female traders. Tis an awesome thing to see. You in this trade. This trade was sent into our Signal group, boys. We've had 2 signals sent so far this week. This one, which is currently running in a nice 2.5% profit. If you got tapped in, because it was an absolute sniper entry. And then this EU, a bit longer term, which is 7.3R trade. It's currently running 2.5R up as well. Or you could have closed it out yesterday at the Asia low for 3.2R, something like that. So already pretty much up 5R this week on the signals, which is beautiful. I'm just waiting now for this to continue down. Chat, just let me know if any other pairs looking like there's going to be an entry. Yeah, at some point I will start over risking and revenge trading. I need to discipline myself and get out of that habit. Yeah, Z, it's just a stupid thing to do because you got to think that you're not going to do that with real money. You like, if you do that with a 10k account, you're going to do that with a 200k account, and it's just going to cost you money. You got to think like what you're doing by like revenge trading. It's actually so stupid. Like, there's not actually much that can be said towards it because you know it's wrong. You know everything about it's wrong. It's just we probably need to employ one for the office. Lads, we would 100% grow massively. That's actually a good point. We would grow insanely massively. People would just love that. If we respect that weekly order block, we could go long from the 1 hour up. Oh yeah, I've seen it already. EU shorts. Would you hold GU to Asia lows? That's what I'll be holding for, bro. Yeah. I mean, you can always close it early if you're worrying, if your psychology is all over the place, and then just journal that down. As I said, you are about 2 and a bit R up, or 2 hour up. But in my opinion, better to hold to your full TP or stop loss all the time. Has Asia now changed to 7 because if the time's changing, or am I? Yeah, that's right, Denton. It's changed because of the daylight savings that's been going on. Do you trade prop firms? Yeah, bro. I'm actually affiliated with ACG, so I'm multi-6-figure funded with them. So if you want to get an ACG account, you can use my code RICHES at checkout and get yourself a nice discount, and I'll let you in the mentorship for a free week. Could you point out FEG, IFEG too if you can? Don't mind, I understand it in theory, but I can never point it out live on the charts. I mean, if you can't point it out, there's always an indicator you can use for it. You can use this one, FEG by Nephew Sam, and it does just show you where they are. But I mean, it's very simple. All you do, you find a candle, you look to the left. If there's nothing to the left and right, then it's a fair value gap. So let's do a few candles here, for example. Right, so let's call it, this is candle 1, this is candle 2, this is candle 3, and this is candle 4, right? So that's what I'm referencing. This is 1, this is 4. Alright, cool. So number 1. So this is our candle. You look to the left and the right, and you want to see where the wicks start and end. So the wick comes up to it there, and this other wick comes up to it there. So this gap here, where there's nothing to the left and nothing to the right, this is a fair value gap, and this is what price doesn't want, and price wants to fill it, because it wants to hit every level twice, because there's limits being set and there's limits being closed. So these HFT bots, they'll trade and then they'll close it, and then they'll trade and they'll close it, trade it, close it. They'll place in so many trades on the like seconds time frame. This is what their orders look like, stacked up. So they want it to retap in, so at each point they can close their positions, close their positions, close their positions. Here, they're not actually able to do that, right? Because it hasn't returned to it. They might have got in buys, but then we haven't come back to then close them positions. So this is a point that you'd want to be taken. And all you do is look to the left and look to the right. And if there's nothing there and nothing there, then there's a fair value gap. So let's do the same thing for this candle, candle number 2. So this is the candle. You look to the left and you've got a wick there. You look to the right and we've got a wick there. Remember, it's only the direct to the left and right, not like all the way forward and back. But you can see there's a fair value gap there. So this would be your fair value gap, and you can see it was filled there. So price came into it, filled it, and then started moving away. So that was nice. And then if we go to this candle up here, for example, this is number 3, this candle here. If we go to the left, you see we've got a wick there, so that could potentially be a gap. But then you look to the right and you can see the wick obviously completely covers the candle. So if you look to the left, we've got a free space. If you look to the right, there's nothing, right? Because it's obviously fully been filled. So there's no gap in between these candles. It doesn't matter if there's a gap to the right, has to be both sides. Gap both sides. Gap both sides. This one, there's not a gap both sides, there's only a gap here. Same for this one, right? There's a gap to the right, but then there's a gap to the left here. Then if you look to the right, there's clearly a candle there that's filled it, and a wick that's filled it as well. So that's basically what a fair value gap is, and how you can see it on a chart. Coming up now, GU, so hopefully we can get a decent re-entry. Mate, what is your thoughts about the re-entry on GU? Yeah, I mean, we're literally coming up to it now, so we'll see how we do. 2 secs chat, I'm just reading the old comments. Which pair is this? It does say down there, bro, this is GU. Which prop firm would you recommend? ACG or FTMO? But I'm personally affiliated with ACG, so if you want a nice cheaper account, then you can use my discount code RICHES with them. Mate, what's your thoughts about re-entry on GU from the 5-minute invert? Oh yeah, I already said that. I'm probably aiming for that. What's your take on gold? I'll do gold in a sec. Yeah, this is GU. I'll do gold in a sec. Amazing, thanks so much. No worries. TP hit on EU, nice. Swept equal highs. Search up RTG, FVG, you get an even better understanding. Yeah, I'm not going to lie though, if you don't know what an FVG is and you watch ICT, you're probably going to get your mind blown. Like, just shocked at how complicated it is. Everyone repost a live as well, boys. Everyone repost a live. I got a bit overwhelmed going through all this content. I need it in small doses. Yeah, this is the thing. I knew you was going to say that. Get in the Discord if you want. If you want to learn a bit, and get in the Discord. Secure my profits on EU. Nice, bro. Nice. What do you expect from DXY for the rest of the week? So DXY want us to mitigate this order block is the main thing. So if we go on the higher time frame, rather the daily time frame, I'm bearish, so I want us to continue down to this low here. But before we do that, I want us to continue up to this daily order block and then move down. So again, see the last candle up before we move down. This was also a manipulation order block, as on EU and GU it took out the Asia low and the prior day low. and give us CRT. So this Tuesday candle is what I'm looking for. So I want a little bit more bullish pressure, and then sells maybe Wednesday, Thursday, Friday when this news starts coming in as well. Coming up decently though, man. We could have some re-entries. We could potentially have some re-entries. As I said, boys, if I missed any comments, just put them in again. Missed GU entry, FML. Unlucky, David. Unlucky, mate. Did you have the entry from the signals, did you? FEG are more IRL though, and order blocks are external liquidity. FEGs are internal and order blocks are external. Now, Luke, though they're both internal. External is going to be your highs and lows. External is going to be your highs and lows. You can have, it's different, so you can have external range imbalance or external range order blocks, which just means order blocks or fair value gaps that's outside of your current range. So for example, you could have something like this, and your current range is here to here, right? And then you've got an order block or a fair value gap up here, right, which is way outside of your range. So this is an external range fair value gap. So this is still external range liquidity, but the key thing is the range part. External range, because external from your range. What we see as internal and external is your external is your swing highs and your swing lows, and your internal is fair value gaps and order blocks within your current range. So high and low of your current range is your external, and then fair value gaps and order blocks within your current range is your internal. So all we look to do is price to fill internal, fair value gap or order block, and then move down to external, and then the same, and then the same, and we trade it with the trend, and that's really the most solid way to gain a bias. Good thing I always try to grow $100 before I do anything more. That's it. But yeah, Zdo, just don't be doing them stupid things. There's honestly no point revenge trading. And the way you got to think of it as well is you got to actually be serious about this game. You can't cheat this game. There's just no way to do it. You can't. You're not gonna become. Let me give a reality check in here. If you've just started trading and you've never had a payout and you've never been profitable, you're not gonna be a profitable trader getting 5-figure payouts in the next month. I'm sorry, you're just not. Because if it was to be so, then it wouldn't be worth it. If it's too easy, then it's not going to be worth it, is it? If it was that easy, it wouldn't be worth having it. Anything worth having is not easy. The reason it's hard to get funded is because it's so worth it. So you got every time something seems too easy, like you're pissing around on an account and you've made 10% without even trying, without even studying. Well, you're about to lose 10% without even trying or studying. It's just how it goes. You've got to do it, but you got to do it the difficult way, and that's it. GU filling gap, nice. That on 100k valuation would have been 4 to 5k with 10 lots. Oh, the EU short 8 AM was the perfect entry. Missed it because I was scared to take it. Went down 50 pip. This is the thing, Thinker. You just got to note down, why was you scared? That's obviously the reason. On your 100k valuation, you're scared to ruin it. You're scared to ruin that amount that you've got on there. But you got to think, mate, if you blow it, you blow it. If it passes, it passes. Don't be scared of drawdown. You should be more wanting yourself to go into drawdown than stay at break even. Because at least if it goes into drawdown, you're progressing. If you sit at break even, you can sit at break even for 3 weeks or a month, and then you've not actually made any progress, and you may as well have just started trading it. So as long as you're not being an idiot, which obviously you're not, in terms of your trades, then have a bit more confidence, man, and realise if it's going to blow, it's going to blow. But you'd rather blow it now than in 3 weeks' time. Do you know what I mean? So just trade with confidence. Hi, bro. I ended a short at 8 hours Swiss time. Nice. What pair? I'm assuming EU. Pretty much the same as us, bro. Check GU re-entry. Look at CHF JPY. Yeah, no worries. I'll look at CHF in a minute. Honestly, our content will be perfect if you check out YouTube Richess FX. Yeah. What indicator is that for sessions? It's our own indicator. So if you want that, just go on the Discord and ask for it. We'll give it away to anyone who needs it. The Richess FX one. It's got daily tropen, weekly tropen, previous day high, previous day low, previous week 50%, week high, low 50%, Asia session, London session, New York session. It's got everything on there you'd need. In terms of GU re-entries, and this would be really where it would be at. it would be this imbalance here. I'm still going to leave this line on here though, just so I can track this one. It really would be off this imbalance here. As you see, I've drawn it on this one here, but yeah, it's this imbalance here. As we already drew on. You're very wise, bro. I was shook because I'm scared to lose money. I grown up poor, so I know my psychology is kind of messed up, bro. Yeah, that's it, man. We all come from different circumstances. That's why everyone's psychology is different. But there's just no benefit in being scared. And just look at it logically sometimes, you know what I mean? Look at it, like there's always a reason why. There's always a reason why you haven't taken a trade or you have taken a trade. You know what I mean? There's always a reason. Okay, I don't think it's going to tap that order block. Maybe not. We'll see. All of the sell on EU today was impulsive. We should touch post 1.1 today. Yeah, I mean, we should come back up to that level. I think I'm still in at that level on my EU short, I do believe. 1.1, yeah, I'm still in. So my entry was here. We did react off the psychological level just before I got into the entry, which was a nice confirmation. For those of you that don't know what that is, it's just 1.10. So, it's pretty much here. But it's just a psychological level that people see, so... Yeah, this is our psychological level there. So we'll see if it comes up above it. Anyone looking at buyers by any chance? Is anyone looking at buyers, chat? I'm going to learn from this, bro. It was literally an A+ setup. From now on, I'm taking it whether I lose or win. If I stick to my rules, eventually I'll pass one day, bro. That's it, mate. That's exactly the mindset you need to have. If you have that mindset, thinker, for another 2-3 months, you'll be funded. Why not sells today? Do you need to see that? Do you need to see that are retapped? Yeah, I'm not too sure what you mean, bro. Repeat that again, please. I can't remember what I said. Just ask again, bro. GJ survived by pube again. Now, let me have a look at it. You think EU could reverse? It potentially could, but I can't see any reasons for it doing so, but we'll see. Retrading in the zone is about emotions and being scared. Yeah, we was actually talking about that yesterday on the live, that book. I entered on the breaker block on GU, nice. Order limit missed by 2. There's an indicator called session on TradingView that marks out sessions on your chart. Yeah, R1's better just because it adds prior day high, prior day low, prior day 50%. It's all encompassing. It's basically got what the others have and more. How comes you see sales, I see buyers? AstroFX used to talk about psychological, refreshing to it. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, me, bro, nice. Sell will be during New York. Oh, you're on buyers on. You were literally telling everyone earlier, don't get into there unless it's on the 4 hour. London, New York, Asian, and Sydney. Yeah, that's it. I mean, we don't really consider Sydney session that much. Don't really trade it at all, me personally. Why not sells today? Do you need to see that daily order block retap before going low on the daily? It's mainly DXY. GU's ready to go, but what you got to realise is GU's outside. I'm not trading today, brother, but I do see it happening. Fair play. But yeah, GU's not correlated with DXY. So DXY and EU are nicely correlated. If we go on the daily, they both obviously broke out of that low and need to come up to this order block and then sell. If you look at EU, so you broke out of that high, it needs to come back to that order block. Zoom in a bit. It needs to come into that order block to then buy, right? Whereas you look at GU, that equivalent order block would be there. So we've come down to the low in the previous leg and now we're in that. So GU's ready to move, but only because it's been so bearish. So we can potentially break these lows first. But yeah, chat, that entry's running like a Ginhee, if you know what that is. Trading in the zone, Mark Douglas and best loser wins. Tom Hugard, they'll help you. EU and Dix were to retrace to 50% of leg. Mainly looking at that Asia low, really. Human nature protects us from stressful situations. This is why we will instinctively add to losing positions, cut winnings early, and not take trades through fear. Yeah, that's it. Human nature protects us from stressful situations, but as that one boxing coach says, you can't be scared of the fire. We live in the fire. We're firemen. What one's that? I don't know what fire that is. That's pretty much it. You got to learn to love the fire. You got to learn to feel at home in stressful situations. If you really truly want to be a trader, you need to start feeling relaxed in stressful situations. Indicator, it's not available in the store. You've got to be sent it. It's our own indicator, mate. It's called the Riches FX indicator. So if you want that, boys, just go into the Discord and you can find that. That re-entry is running nice. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, let's have a look how that GJ was doing actually, because I don't know how you'd be still in that. Not gonna lie. Did you have your stop loss way clear? You must have had your stop loss way clear of the lows then. I'm assuming. If you got in that, because wait. So your entry would have been there. Yeah, not gonna lie, I don't know you're still in. You might have had a 30 pip stop loss or something. That might be why. I feel you, but that's how I started. What, you got money to lose to make money, bro. You got to lose money to make money. That's how the cookie crumbles. Yeah, true. I only started in January, took a payout within a week, and just got funded end of March. I'm still learning. I know I'll only get better. Nice, Josh. Was that your first account? That is nice, mate. It's very nice. Yeah, boys, for everyone asking about anything, just get in the Discord if you want to know that. Shorts are really what I'm looking for so far, though, throughout this week, just for the start of the week. EG longs, actually haven't looked at EG today. It's just been so bullish the last couple of days, so we'll see. Yeah, yesterday was obviously bullish as well. Just very, very bullish, man. There's nothing you can really be said. I mean, you can potentially look for reversal sells, but it's so unoptimal, it's not even funny. It's so unoptimal, it's not even a joke. So obviously we're taking that high. We might get the CRT close on the daily if the daily close is bearish. What I'm really looking for is price to come into our order block and then buy. But even this, I can't see the pound gaining that much strength to push the euro down. In terms of the 4 hour, obviously had the grab of this 4 hour candle. So this is something we have actually had confirmed. So we should really come into this candle's low. Where's this daily imbalance at as well? Daily imbalance is here to here. Yeah, EG is just a poxy pair right now. See, I'll be looking for that to be taken. I'll be looking for this CRT low to be completed within this imbalance and then potentially long, or just sell into that So let's see how we've actually opened for the day. Yeah, weekly trope and daily trope moves are looking all right. Okay, let's drag this across a bit. Go on the 5. Yeah, it's a decent leg down. We're just mitigating. Again though, boys, what do we see? Took the Asia high. Keep saying it. Keep saying it. Take the Asia high. Sell down into the Asia low. Simple as that. You catch that move there and you're done. There's no need to overcomplicate it now. But that is what I'll be meeting. That's what I'll be waiting for. If you haven't yet got in. Got this imbalance here. Filled. And then we've got this order block here. Filled. Probably this big one here, but we'll call it that. So yeah, I'd really just be looking for a retap of that order block really. So just shorts down like that. But again, I wouldn't be selling in this market. It's just not worth it for me. I'd rather be waiting till we're at a good point and we get buy setups. If you was looking for anything and you want a nice high RR, then that 7 to 1 there is what I'd be looking for. But I'm not saying I'm overly going to be getting into myself. See if we want to fill this imbalance any higher and tap this in. Just saw Mace's YouTube vid that Brazil Jesus kit is cold. Yeah, trust me, that is a bare nice kit. That is a bare nice kit. 2 sets, let me read the chat, boys. I'm trying to see, mate. Check your Discord I've sent you. Sweet, bro. Yeah, if I missed any comments, boys, just put them in again, because I've missed a few marking up that chart. But I'll check my Discord DMs now. You and anything, I've read that. Alright, cool. Look at gold. Yeah, I'll look at gold in a sec. No perfect strategy because it's gambling. What do you mean trading with Kupal? It's not gambling if you understand what you're doing. Yeah, that's it. Euro GBP is bearish. What happens if EG is bearish? What happens with EU and GU? Very simple, bro. If EG is bearish, it means the euro is getting weaker than the pound, or the pound is getting stronger than the euro. So it's mainly going to be Euro GBP is a very fundamentally led pair in terms of the higher time frame. It's very much a competition between two. It's kind of interesting because it's two exact, almost the same economies, but we're just stubborn enough to have the pound still. So it's a really good. It's really good because these small differences in fundamentals can make a big difference to the chart. Because really, in terms of the actual economy and stuff like that, there's not much difference between the pound and the eurozone, right? Obviously, way more people have the euro. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in terms of the geographical location, the trade that the economies do, how their economies are built. You know what I mean? It's very similar. So, what do you think about EU? Can you just explain it? I'll do EU in a minute. We should see EU and GU come down now. Yeah, hopefully we do. Hi Brian from India. Can you tell me the selling area of EURUSD? Yeah, we'll get in. What we'll do, we'll mark up the sales again because a lot of people's asking now. Bro, can you explain again? I came now. Yeah, no worries. I joined your Discord. Sweet. See for New York fellas. Sweet Sesame. Trading isn't casino thingy. Isn't casino gambling because you can change your probability. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I mean, the same rules still apply. I mean, the broker's always against you, same as the dealer, same as the casino, but it's a lot different. It's a lot different in many other ways. I'll check gold in a sec. Cool. Let's go over EU and GU because people's wondering why we really took what we took on GU. GU's the easiest one really. So GU for a start. For a start on GU, we're obviously in a downtrend right now. Moving in a downtrend. So the momentum currently is with sells. So optimally, we're getting in sells. We're breaking lows, breaking lows, breaking lows, breaking lows. Right, then it's time to identify our range. So what is our current range in price? So our current range is this high to this low. Right, so what we're looking for is external liquidity to be taken. So we want external to be taken as a target. Obviously, as we said, higher time frame wise, we're bearish, so we're not interested in the high being taken, and we want the low to be taken. So we are looking at this being taken as our target. Then it's about internal liquidity. So that's our high, that's our low. Internal is either order blocks or fair value gaps, right? So here we see this clear 15-minute order block. It was the last big move up, or decent move up, before that real decent sell-off for New York that happened at 3. Obviously 3 being a key time, so again it's just even more confirmation this order block will stand. And yeah, so we highlight this order block and we wait for that to be our main entry for sells down into the Asia low. And then if we look, we also want a time-based entry. So what we're looking for is what me and Mace always look for, what we look for in Richess, and how we teach people to trade. We wait for the Asia session to accumulate near to our POI, and then we want London session to manipulate Asia, push us into that POI, and then sell down to the Asia lows. So the actual entry and exit is going to be to do with Asia. That's our higher time frame and our actual trade. Our actual entry is the Asia high taken down to the Asia low. So we obviously wait for the market to open. You can see it takes out the Asia high there. So it's swept the Asia high there. And then we're just looking for confirmations that we're going short. So you can either go 1 minute change of character, 5 minute inversion fair value gap, 15-minute inversion fair value gap, whatever it may be. But either way, you should have got tapped in on this one. And then, yeah, we're running decently well so far. If that all makes sense, boys. I blew 30 plus accounts when I started, then I became profitable. Now I don't even care when I enter a trade, regardless whether it's a win or a loss. I know the next will be a win. That's it, Gad. That's the exact mindset you need to have. And you only get that, as you said, by blowing 30 accounts, by doing stuff like that. Makes you listen more, understand more, realise more, etc, etc. That quote you said about treating trading like hunted might be the most goated. Trust. Appreciate all the gifts. What you saying, Shino? My days, bro. It's been inviting me to the lives, man. What is it with the country in India and just like loving going live with random people in Europe? Like, no matter what it is, whether it's Omegle, whether it's TikTok live, for some reason they must just find us so fascinating for some reason. W India, but I mean, these people that keep inviting me to the live, you're giving India an L. They love us. Come on. What's kill zone? So they're the times you really want to be getting into trades. So from London session, our kill zone 7 AM to 10. That's when we're most likely to get a big move of the day. So hopefully we can continue. Let's hope we can continue down. How about AUD USD? I'll get in a moment. No worries. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at AUD USD. Looks like GU's going nicely. Hopefully we can break this low. Hopefully we can break that. Why do people say futures is better than Forex? Because other people say it, bro. People don't actually know why. They've just heard it before, and they just say that. And I'll be honest, boys, it's just ridiculous because I mean, fair play, you can have an opinion, but a lot of people recently just been going, oh, it's so much better, it's so much better, it's so much better. The thing is that I was saying yesterday, no instrument is better than any other instrument. Oh my days. Yeah, nothing's better than anything else. No instrument's better than another. People say stocks is better. Some people say crypto's better. People say forex. There's pros and cons to everything, right? Pros and cons to everything. The pros with forex is it's a very liquid market, so it moves all the time. It's very consistent. It's a very tangible asset sort of thing. It's a currency that people use. It's not some wishy-washy thing. It's something that we all use day in, day out. It's pretty stable as well. But the negatives of that is obviously there's spreads and stuff like that. You've got to go through a broker, so you're going to get different entries to where you actually get in. Other things like, and then people will focus on that one bad thing and use it for the positive of the other thing and ignore all the negatives. So for example, they'll say, oh, forex you get spreads, which is the one bad thing about it. They say, oh, with futures and all this you don't get spreads. But I'll tell you what you do get with futures. If we go here, see what we do get with futures is when the economy goes into turmoil, so do futures, right? Let's look how much we dropped this week. Right, so we dropped this week 12% of the value lost, right? 12% of the value lost. Obviously on the S&P. The pound and the euro and the dollar respectively has never had a day where they've lost that much. The dollar, I think the most of the dollars lost ever in a day was 4%, and that was during COVID. The most the pounds ever lost in a day, I think, was 10%, and that was after Brexit. And the most Europe's lost in a day, I believe, might have actually been the tariff thing. I'm not actually sure what the euro was, but I know euro was around 4% or 6% as well. So none of these pairs have come close to losing as much in a day as this did, and that basically would just ruin all of your positions. So there's positives and negatives to everything, right? And then obviously then you look at other positives and negatives, and then it will push you towards crypto, and then the negatives from crypto will push you towards stock. So positives and negatives for everything. If GU lands, I'll be 50k funded. Big up Richess. Let's go, bro. Let's go. If anyone wants to get in the Discord, wants to get in the mentoring, wants to get in the signals, boys, make sure you're getting in the Discord first and foremost. That's where we do everything over there. GU for instance, could you explain how you swap buyers so quickly? GU for existence, we were extremely bearish last days, but overall we're quite still bullish. If you find it quite hard to get a proper bias because of this. Very simple, internal, external, and go with the momentum. There's no need to overcomplicate it. No need to overcomplicate it. We're going GU. Well, let's use EU for example because it's a bit easier. EU, again, so simple. And the reason people struggle because they overcomplicate it. They think there's a magic there's a magic thing. There's not. There's nothing magic. It's just simple. It's just doing the simple stuff right. So we've got to change a breaker structure. Sorry. So we're obviously continuing in this uptrend as price is dictating to us. We've got a swing low and we've got a swing high. So obviously we're in an uptrend, so we're looking for our external liquidity to get taken. Obviously being an uptrend, we're looking for the high, not the low, meaning we're aiming for our external high. So our target, appreciate them fist bumps. So our target is going to be the external high. So we're looking at bias to the external high. Now how we're going to get there? How we're going to get there is internal liquidity, internal being an order block. So all you do is you pick something out within this leg here. There's going to be your either fair value gap or order block or whatever to push you up to the high, right? I've obviously gone with this candle here, very simple, super simple. It's literally just a last down candle before we moved up quite violently. So now we've got a bias. We've got our candle here, our order block there, and we've got our target there. So we want price to come down into that and buy up to that. Simple as that. So the first couple of days we want price to come down, rest of the week we want it to come up. So that's the first thing, is just go in with your bias. Simple as that. We're looking for buyers, and the other thing we was talking about was going with the current momentum, going with the trend, right? So current momentum for the last 1, 2, and now this is the third day has been bearish, right? The last 2 days have been bearish, so a continuation would be a bearish continuation. Add that with what we know about internal, external, where we wanted to go. It's very simple. We just want to sell down to that, and of course go with what the most recent couple of days are telling us. They're obviously telling us that price is heading down, so why would we disagree with that? So it's actually really, really simple. And then it's just about looking at your prior day. What off the prior day are we going to react off in the London session that's going to push us down? And that's like majority of my analysis. And then it's just about actually getting into the trade and getting that entry. And there's a story of both of the signals we had. We had a signal obviously yesterday, short, signal today, short. One EU, one GU. So it's not overly complicated stuff. I'm 10k funded. Any advice to get me out of drawback? Okay, let's have a look at AUD USD because someone was asking, and they did ask bare nicely, to be fair. AUD USD shorts. Yeah, they look nice. Looking at the daily, we're bearish, so I agree with that. We're bearish. I'm assuming you're looking at your internal and external as your external, internal here being your order block. So yeah, nice. I mean, the thing is, we're just accumulating here, so we do want to see price actually start to disrespect something. So we've got the high and we've got the low. So what I'll be waiting for is, yeah, we've taken the Asia high, we've come into our order block potentially. We are looking for sales down to here, but what I'll be wanting to see, price break this low. Then we'll look for a POI within this, and then that'll be the entry to then sell, right? And we'll obviously have our TP there, our entry there, and our stop loss there. So it should give us about a 4 to 1 or a 3 to 1, something like that. Oh, my eyes, fucking hell. Alright, let's hope we can break this low now, chat. Nice. Morning, Jay. What you saying, bro? Which pair? It does say down the bottom right, bro. This is GU. Since it's the end of 7 to 10 a.m. kill zone, meaning the price will move slower. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean the price will overly mean slower. It will move slower. It should move slower. It just means there's not really going to be any proper moves, like any new moves beginning. We should just continue what we've already seen. All right, nice. We broke that low. Lovely. What you saying, Trendgini? How you doing? Well, lovely. We're in profit again. So let's see what the signals group's up currently this week. So currently this week we're running, we've had 2 trades sent in. We're running 3R up on GU and and 3R up, or 2.8, so let's just call it 3R up on EU as well. So we are running a nice 6R up for the week, boys, which is really, really nice, really beautiful. And both was sent into our Signal members. So if you do want to get in the Signals, boys, get in the Discord and send me a message and I can help you get in there. If anyone wants to get in the chat, let me know. Drop a message in the chat and I can help you out. Appreciate the gifts. Anytime GU gifts, anytime GU runs, I'll gift a bit more. Come on. Top dog El Slapo, yeah. So what? Oh. So obviously, again, exact same thing I've been telling you boys day in day out. Asia high swept, we're targeting the Asia low, and that's exactly what's happened. And we're just about to hit TP, hopefully very shortly. Feel like I should stay on while we hit it. Make sure you're getting in the Discord. As I said, this was sent into Signal, so hopefully our members are happy right now. What do you think about GJ? Yeah, I know a few people that are in buys on GJ. Not saying I'll personally be looking to long. I'm more short on the pair, but I know some people are long on it, so we'll see. As I said, really on GU, I want us to come up to this 15-minute order block to then come down here, and we'll hopefully complete this 4-hour CRT of the 1 or 12:30 distribution. See, that movement down tells us the pound's getting weaker. We can see evidence of that as well on GU, of course. And then DXY obviously can maintaining that strength, which is beautiful, exactly what we want. You can see we've tapped into this breaker block here. Taps into that breaker. So that's the opposite of an order block. It's basically the last candle before we moved in the opposite direction. So this is obviously the place they put in sells, the market put in sells in order to stop everyone out. So that was the manipulation here. This is the institutional manipulation, which is why when we had that rally up, which is what price wanted, they came back down to here to close their positions and continue up. Alright, because right here institutions are selling in order to stop people out. But you got to think, they're only selling in order to buy, right? They're just trying to stop people out. But they have sold nonetheless. So now it's running in profit, their main buyers. This sell's still open and it's still in drawdown because it's going up now. So what do? They push price back down, get out of this at break even. So their sell obviously is BE. Their manipulation gets out of break even. And then they can continue that buy that they wanted. And that's really how the institutions control the market pretty much. Let's have a look at EG. Hopefully EG is just absolutely built. Okay, yeah, that EG would have tapped in there. I mean, as I said, not something I'd personally be looking to get in on, but let's see how it does. Price is looking kind of respectful to it right now. So we'll see how we do for EG. Obviously, we are looking at GU continuing them sells. So we do want EG to ideally be bullish, but we'll wait and see. Approaching this low now. Appreciate the gifts, boys. Appreciate everyone sending these gifts. Big up, Christian. So any advice for me on my 10k funded? I'm -7 since Trump. You just got to keep consistent, bro. Just carry on trading the same way you're trading. And what do you mean since Trump tariff talk? Is that the reason? Like, how is that the reason? Explain. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I normally come here after I've entered on EU and GU in London and we normally have the same bias. Lovely, bro. Lovely. Lovely morning the last 2 days, to be fair. Which indicator are you using? It's my own indicator, bro, that we made for our members. It's called the Riches FX indicator. So if you want that, go in the Discord, boys, and I can send it to you. You can't just type it up on the store and find it because it is a private one, but I can send it to anyone who needs it. It's just a way better indicator than any that are available right now on TradingView. What about EU? EU, we've got the same bias. We're still bearish on EU. Didn't come into our re-entry, but I mean our main entry up here. Obviously run nice. Hopefully, again, we can come into that Asia low. We do have this 8-hour CRT, or 4-hour, whatever you want to call it. So I do want this to be completed as well, bear in mind. And also would like this low to eventually be hit, this candle low. Because that'll be 7 RR hit on that signal I sent yesterday. Signal we sent yesterday is running 2.94 in profit right now, which is nice. And signal we sent today, GU, is running 3.5 up, which is lovely again. So we've literally got a few more pips to close out and then we should be good. We've got 6 pips to run. So hopefully we can run a little 6 more pips. We're about to see a closure of these 4-hour candles as well, by the way, boys. So, well, I mean, we have just seen it, sorry. I'm in this GU sales, bro. After our TP, I passed my 100k phase 1. Love you guys so much. Come on, bro. Come on, my broski. Oh, lovely, Trizzy. Love to hear it. Love to hear that, man. Love to hear it. Let's go, chat. Not long now. Inches away from TP on the edge of my seat. Trust. I want to put some music on, but I know my YouTube's going to get... I can't actually have it on YouTube, which is annoying. YouTube, can you, man, hear my music? Can you hear the music I'm playing? So I ideally want to mute it for you boys, just so I can play it, because it will copyright strike me on YouTube. It is past 10, so right now I'm a bit wary of Asia low Josh. I put my stop loss to break even, fair play. Come on. I really want to put on a different song, but I don't want to get my YouTube banned. What are you saying, Ilias? Yeah, YouTube, can you hear my music? I'm assuming you can. Let me actually see. Just realise it is YouTube after all. I can't just watch myself. That is me, for everyone wondering. I know I'm way länger than I sound. I'm joking. We'll have to turn this up insidiously loud real quick. Apologies for this, boys. I'm just trying to get some good tunes on for us. You can't hear my music, can it? Yeah. Just a way better indicator than any that are available right now. Oh yeah, you better can't. Sick. I can put some good songs on. Yeah, 2 secs, boys. We're gonna wait till this one closes out. Gotta put this on while we're waiting for the TP, haven't we? So close. Come on. Let's get some W's in the chat. For you men who are on YouTube, look, go on TikTok real quick, because we've got a tune on. Someone screen record. Mate, screen record if you can. My storage is full. Someone screen record, boys. Me all good. I'm watching this live on TikTok. Now I'm on YouTube. I just subscribed to your channel. Big up, Ilias. Appreciate that, brother. We can hear it now. Oh, what? You're not meant to be. Yeah, you're going to have to just firm the sound, to be fair. Alright, boom. It's TP'd anyway, so that is it. Yeah, that didn't really work, to be fair, on TikTok. Excellent finish. Come on. Come on, boys. Let's go. Alright, boys, I'm going to call that a day. So we are done for the morning with a beautiful morning. This is why we work from 7 AM to 10 AM, because we get it done in those times, and then we're out with a lovely 3.77 RR. So near enough 4R. We'll call it 3.5. Even your mic's muted. Yeah. I need this to be funded. Let's go though. Alright, everyone send profits to Discord, boys. Everyone send your profits into the Discord. Let's go. Let's go. Everyone send your profits into the Discord, boys. I want to see everyone's profit on the profit section on the Discord. I want to see everyone making today. I see everyone dropping their profits in. No more trades on New York. Yeah, so my name, by the way, boys, is Louis. Once you join the Discord, you'll see me. I run it with MMFX. I run Richess with MMFX. So MMFX will be live for New York session, and obviously I'm live every day for London session. Make sure you're getting in the Discord as well, by the way, boys, because this is actually my second account. I've got a main account as well, but I'll send my link out every day on Discord so you man know where to find my live. Obviously, subscribe on YouTube because I'm live on YouTube at the same time all the time. Big up to the people watching on YouTube as well. W's in the chat for YouTube, GG's. Let's have a look at how EU's running. Yeah, so nice to be fair. I mean, we've really got what we wanted so far for the day. And now we just would ideally want to see this continue down a bit more, and then it'll be even nicer. If we can break this CRT low, then that'll be even better. Even better. So let's see how we do on this one as well. But yeah, boys, appreciate you all watching. Are you in a prop firm? Yeah, boys, I'm affiliated with Alpha Capital Group. So if you use code RICHESS, same as the code there at checkout, it'll give you a nice discount. And send me a message as well, because it'll get you in the mentorship for a little free trial if you do use my code, or the signals for a free trial. By the way, boys, if anyone wants to join the mentorship, see how I trade. Again, both of these trades were caught using the same strategy. Both were caught on live. And both were sent into my signal group. So again, quick recap of the week so far. If you are in the signals, we've had 2 trades sent. One is running 2.8 R up in profit, and the other one has just been closed out for 3.8 R profit. So we're approaching that 7 RR mark for the week. We're coming for that. We're coming for the 7 RR for the week. But members are already way over 5% up. Pretty much 6%. Well, yeah, 6%. They should be at least 6%. And yeah, boys, really nice, really nice. Monday morning and Tuesday morning. So yeah, boys, I'm gonna jump off now. We've just caught the absolute bangers for today and yesterday, and I'll see you boys in the next stream. Everyone, make sure you're getting in the Discord. Make sure you follow me on Insta. 7 hour on a week. Cheers. That's what I'm saying, bro. And yeah, I'll see you in the Discord. I'll be active in the Discord chat, boys. So everyone get in the Discord, and we'll jump on some chats there, and we'll speak about the market, how we've gone, what else we're going to see later on, and we'll see some of the profits everyone's made. But I appreciate you all for tuning in today, boys. Appreciate all the likes, comments, shares, and gifts. As I said, make sure you're in the Discord. Follow me on Instagram, RichessFX. Same as that, but just with FX on the end. So RichessFX. Follow me on IG so you never miss a live, and get in the Discord so you never miss a trade. Sweet, boys, and I'll catch you in the next live at 12:30 New York time. It won't be me, it'll be MMFX. But I appreciate you, and I'll see you next time. Love. Alright, new achievement unlocked, 500 diamonds. Come on. GG, guys, big dub. Come on, Trizzy. Where does that leave you then, bro? Where does that leave you? That leaves you laughing, doesn't it? After I tell you pass your 100k. Nice. Nice. It was a decent live as well, to be fair. Average watch duration was actually bare good. Over a minute. That's weird, you know. Only how much percent would you reckon as male watching that? Only 60% of that was male, so it was only like, yeah, that's a mad ratio. It's near enough 50%. That's crazy. We actually get tings in our stream, boys. Oh my god, yes. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Yeah, YouTube, yeah, bro, phase 2 now. Lovely, bro. Yeah, YouTube, if any views on there, I've just jumped off TikTok. If any of you have got any comments, let me know now, boys. And I'll help you out with any last questions before we jump off. Relax my eye. That was nice. Who managed to get in GU then, chat? It's hard them to determine between, it's hard to determine between the two nowadays. What's that determine between me and Mace, or the first account and second account? Yeah, that's the Discord there, boys. Make sure you're getting in there. Mace will be live for the New York session as well. Just close GU, holding EU for 40p now to the Asia low. Lovely, Matty. Lovely. Lovely morning. Oh, males to females. Oh. Oh. Trust me, Stu. I feel alright when the girls behind. No, do. Relax my eyes. I do think we'll hit this point, to be fair. I mean, it's my weekly buy, so I do think it'll happen. It's just a matter of waiting for it. 'Cause I'm in the field of dandelions. Listen on everyone, and you'll be mine. Beautiful Asia move though, man. Taking the Asia low, taking the Asia high, straight down to the Asia low. Just lovely, lovely, lovely. What is EA used in Alpha Kappa? Well, EA means expert advisor, so it's basically a bot. It's trading bots. I don't know if it says, I think it says you can use them, not you can't, but it's just a trading robot. So it's something you install on your MetaTrader and then it'll help you. Yeah, but be careful, because I used to have a thing. So I used to use this thing, I think it was called Argo Guardian. Or Algo Guardian, something like that. I can't remember what it was. But it was because I used to use magic keys, right? I don't really use it anymore because I'm more trade on my phone now. But with the magic keys, I won't explain what it is, but it was basically automatic, so I'd automatically do the risk. Yeah, so it does count as an EA. But because of that, I'd use this thing where it's called an Algo Guardian, so I'd basically just make sure that you can't, that if ever your account was at a certain amount of drawdown, it would close automatically. So I basically had it there in case the magic keys would malfunction, and it just means that the if it malfunctions, then it just means that it would close your trades automatically. But even that counted as an EA, so it's not just a bot like that trades. It's literally anything you put on your MetaTrader. So magic keys, an Algo Guardian, an auto stop loss, anything like that is an algo. But you're allowed it on there anyway, so it's fine. But yeah, boys, I'm gonna jump off now anyway. But yeah, boys, is EA good or bad? It's not here nor there, bro. There's no good or bad to it, bro. It's neither good nor bad. Like, it just is what it is. Cheers, lads. No worry, MH. I'm gonna jump off now, bro. I'm gonna jump off now, boys. So I'll see you within the Discord. If you did get any profits from this stream, boys, or from yesterday, then put them in the chat. Put them in the profits chat, and I'll be seeing some of you in there. Maze will be back live on YouTube and TikTok at 12:30. My name's Louis. Obviously, if you're new around here, you can find me in the Discord. Send me a message if you want anything about the charts you want to know. You can send me a message in the Discord. My name's Louis. As I said, you'll find me pretty easily. Any questions or anything about signals, mentoring, or just about the charts in general, feel free to ask and I'll help you out as best I can. Also, if you want to come into our office, as I was saying, if you want office membership, let me know for that as well. But boys, Magic Keys is good, mate. Message me on Discord if you want any info or help with it. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, Mohammed, Magic Keys is good, but it's not really an EA as an EA you're probably thinking is like something that actually trades for you. Magic Keys is just some. It's sick, innit? Magic Keys is sick. It basically, it's just one click anything, so you can, still explain it if you actually want it, innit? But it is sick, Algo Guardian. But anyway, boys, appreciate you watching, and I will catch you in the next stream, boys. Thank you very much. Sweet.